Hello everyone and welcome back to PAX and Recreation. And today we have a Mascarena again because we're going back to the world of YuGiOh and the memory lane because we're going to crack Pharaoh's Servant now, which may be thinking, my brother, what's up? You normally crack boxes and you only have 3 boosters. Yes, sorry, I couldn't get a box of this. I've been knocking on all doors and I can't get, since they released, I couldn't get a box of this. I know that people want like Legend of Blue Eyes and all that. I just want Pharaoh's Servant because it's my set. It's the thing that defined my youth. The reason why this channel exists likely is like the 3 boosters that I got of Pharaoh's Servant, which is ironic because I have 3 boosters right now to open. I think in my entire youth, I only got 3 boosters of Pharaoh's Servant because they were so expensive. And my mom was like, yeah, no, only if you are the top student ever. And I tried, I was 3 times. So and then they rotated out and I got 1 from other set and I was like, nah, it's not the same. And, you know, just keep buying like starter decks and stuff like that. Difficult times. So we're going to crack this and, you know, to pass some time for the sake of the algorithm. We're going to also open a Legendary Duelist Season 3 because it also has YuGiOh in it and it's also red. So it counts in my book. And also because I have this one left over and I can't pair it with anything else to do a video. So this is going to be the leftovers video, I guess. But let's not take the merit of these reprints. This is how you do an anniversary. Let's all learn from Konami. You reprint the stuff that people want and you do it cheaply. Although, mind you, I want to get a box of this, but cheaply. I don't want to pay like super duper price because, let's be honest, for YuGiOh purposes, this thing is worthless. It's only for old people like me because you can't play with most of these cards and they don't have any value because they are reprints. They are not first edition. So, meh, yeah, right? Like, just let people have cardboard. Like, what's up? So, Solomon's Law Book. Look at this trap. Look at all this text. And I love it that it only has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words, and still they have to be microscopic. Skip your own standby phase. Okay. Gift of the Mystical Elf. Increase your life points by 300 points for each monster on the field. What a crazy effect, guys. Like... I love old school YuGiOh, F me. So the Eye of Truth, I remember playing this thing all the time. Your opponent is a continuous trap card. Your opponents must keep their hand revealed once per turn during your opponent's standby phase. If they have a spell in their hand, they gain 1000 life points. If they have a spell in their hand, add resolution. Wait, what? Once per turn, during your opponent's standby phase, if they have a spell in their hand, they gain 1000 points. If they have a spell in their hands, add a resolution. I love that they had to put that add resolution, which is like, yeah, just in case you throw it away for some cosmic reason, and in that case, it doesn't resolve. So it's also kind of a weird balanced card. It's like, well, you can see their hand, but if they have spell cards, or magic cards, am I right? They gain life points like there's no tomorrow. So, yep, you do you, right? So, Cold Wave, oh man, I remember this one. Spell card. This card can only be activated at the start of main phase 1. Until your next turn, you or your opponent cannot play or set any spell or trap cards. Hayabusa Knight in Secret Rare or whatever. I can never remember the names of the rarities in YuGiOh or rarities. So 1700 defense. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase. Crazy. So technically, if it attacks directly to your life points, it has 2000 attack. But against other monsters, not so much. So actually, let's ignore the spaces for the sake of the video. Burning Land, a classic. Continuous spell card. When this card is activated, if there are any field cards on the field spell cards on the field, destroy them. During each player's standby phase, the turn player takes 500 damage. Enchanted Javelin. Oh man, I use this thing so much. Like some of the others I use from time to time, but this thing I use all the time. And this card had the weirdest battles over it because like the text changed with time, because it says increase your life points by the attack of one attacking monster. So I have these in a portfolio somewhere. Give me a second. And through the magic of editing, here I am. So this is what you get for trying to be lazy and turn them all at the same time. Plus, these pages, you can really tell that the binder rings are too thick. So it really has a hard time turning them. At least it has 4 rings, right? Like 3 is normally very awful. So what are you? There you go. Enchanted Javelin. So just for the sake of comparison, Enchanted Javelin, the new one, the corrected one, says increase your life points by the attack of one attacking monster. However, the OG one says, and I love these, the erratas, because if you're playing with someone that doesn't have the thing up to date. So Enchanted Javelin, by the way, let's compare the colors and the size of the picture. Now it's bigger. And I complain because I would prefer that they are even bigger, no borders. But still, they were smaller before. Crazy, huh? It says, and the text was in the same color. It wasn't like a clearer color. Now that is something. Also the text, it was Enchanted Javelin, a lot bigger than here. Also not the same tone of white. Crazy. And the copyright was different, right? So this is 2020 Studio Dice, Shueisha TV Tokyo. And it was 1996, Kazuki Takahashi. May you rest in peace, your hero. So when your opponent's monsters attack, increase your life points by the attacking monster's attack points. So it's more or less the same. However, this one lends itself to some crazy misinterpretations, because we had a bunch of discussions because people were like, no, it cancels the attack. And as you may imagine by now, no, it doesn't. It doesn't cancel the attack. You just get those life points and then you get hit by it. So ideally, if you have a defense monster in defense position, that will be ideal. But it gives so many discussions. Plus, I think this card was used once in the anime and the effect was completely, as it seems to be the case normally in the anime, the effect was completely distorted. So Steel Ogre Grotto number 2, I'll always love these cards, the cards that had number 1 and number 2 in them, because I always wanted to see the other and see how much they are similar to each other, or they are like reversions of each other. Obviously, a 6-star monster, a sacrifice for a 1900 to 2200 defense attack. Machine normal, a mechanized iron doll with tremendous strength. This is also something from Proto Yu-Gi-Oh!, early Yu-Gi-Oh! That is like, oh, that's crazy, because the defense and attack are very well balanced. And no one cares. You either have it in defense or attack. Like, no one cares about like well-balanced monsters. And then Deep Sea Warrior, 5, so you need to sacrifice 1. Again, see, for 1,600, 1,800 is a warrior effect that says, effect monster that says, as long as Umi is face up on the field, this card is unaffected by any spell cards. So not bad. So that was booster number 1 of Pharaoh's Servants. Now let's go to booster number 2 of Pharaoh's Servants, and let's keep the memory lane. 7 completed. You always wanted to have 3 because in the anime there are 3 and in the card there are 3. But you can just equip. Technically, you can only have 3 in the deck. That's why, and you can equip them all. Mystic Probe. I remember this one as well. You can activate this card when a continuous spell card is activated. Negate all continuous spell cards during the turn this card is activated. So it's like a pause, not so much a distraction. Insect Barrier, a very specific card that if you pulled in the Game Boy game, you just completely kill Weevil. The problem is that normally you get this card after you fight Weevil, so it's kind of whatever. But insect type monsters your opponent controls cannot declare an attack. Cyber Falcon, I always love this card visually. It's a shame that it's meh, but a jet power hawk that travels at the speed of sound, and it has a new errata that says this card is not treated as a cyber card because we evolved and now we have archetypes and the name is important. Morphing Jar number 2. Oh man. So 800, 700 is a flip effect. Flip, shuffle all monsters on the field into the deck. Then each player excavates cards from the top of their deck until they excavate the same number of monsters they shuffle into their main deck. Special summon all excavated level 4 or lower monsters in face down defense position. Also send the remaining cards to the graveyard. Very dangerous card. Drill Bug, I remember having a couple of these and thinking, yay, but this card is nothing too crazy. Although it's kind of powerful for what it is compared to others, but when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent's life points, you can select one Parasite card from your deck, shuffle the deck, and place Parasite Paradise on top of your deck. Ward Suppression, you can activate this card when a field spell card is activated, negate the field spell card when it turns, so another pause card. Earthshaker, select 2 monster cards attributes, your opponent then selects one of the 2 attributes and destroys all face-up monsters with that attribute on the field. And last but not least, Kiseitai, which is a very weird card, by all means. When your opponent's monsters attacks, this card is face down. When your opponent monsters attack this card in face down defense position, this card becomes an equip card, equipped to the attacking monster. No damage calculation is conducted. During each of your opponent's standby phases, increase your life points by half the attack of the monster equipped with this card. Not bad. And then, last but not least, the last Pharaoh Servant booster that we have for tonight, and I really hope that I can get a box, which is going to be really a video for me, and it's going to be like reminiscing of all times with reprints that have no value, and you just have to hear the podcast, I guess. Light of Intervention. With these cards on the field, monster cards cannot be set or flip face down. If a monster card will be set, it must be normal summoned in face up defense position. Not bad. Wind Weaver, which is one of those cards that when you're a kid, you're like, oh yeah, and it's like, nah. A 6-winged fairy who prays for peace and hope, and yet is very powerful and can kick your ass. Solomon's Lawbook, again. Vampire Baby. I love the early Yu-Gi-Oh designs, and even today we have some weird stuff going on. Zombie Effect. At the end of the battle phase, if this card destroys a monster by battle and send it to the graveyard this turn, you can special summon that monster to your field. Not bad. You can see, ooh, Grave Robber, let's go! In foil, man, let's go. Select one spell card from your opponent's graveyard. You can use it as your hand until the end of the turn. If you use it, you take 2,000 points of damage. Nice. Joey used this completely in a different way because anime rules, but man, this card brings some memories. I also remember that this was the first fake card I ever got. A friend of mine just gave it to me, and it was slightly smaller than the others, and the drawing was all weird, and we just used it, no, it was the same size actually. The drawing was just like different, and it was like the Japanese style cards or like the anime cards, and we just follow the anime rules for this one, because why not? Insect Imitation. Tribute one monster, special summon one insect monster from your deck whose level is 1 higher than the tribute monster you had on the field. Driving Snow is a trap card that says you can activate this card when one or more of your trap cards are destroyed and sent from the field to the graveyard by a card effect your opponent controls. Destroy one spell trap card on the field. Ooh, Infinite Dismissal. Man, I use these things so much. Infinite Trap card. Level 3 or lower monsters are destroyed during the end phase of the turn. They are normal summon or flip summon. This is such a pain. Even more at this level. At higher levels, whatever, because everyone uses 4-level monsters. And Shadow of Ice. Who can remember My Valentine playing with this? When a monster is set on your opponent's field, target one of those set monsters, change that set monster to face-up attack position. Flip effects are not activated. Gonna love the old cards. And, the video was actually longer than I was expecting because I actually was reading them and reminiscing, but I already promised, so we're going to open this. The Legendary Duelist, or Duelist Season 3. And why did I buy so much of this? Well, the reason should be obvious to you, my friend. There is Dark Magician in the box, and I am an old person. As such, and Konami knows this, if they put the old magician and the old magician, well, yes, the Dark Magician or the Dark Magician girl, and they put Yugi and characters that I remember, you can bet your ass that I'm going to buy all the stuff that they give me. Now, as per usual, you have these boxes, which are okay, but sadly they have a hole, so we can't do much with them. Besides this, I guess. And that's it. And have a bug in there, apparently. And you have... This is the reason why you can't do a video with just one of these, because you get a die with Elemental Hero Neos, which is cool, I guess. The die is random. And then you get 2 boosters, the super boosters with 18 cards per pack from Legendary Duelist Season 3, and you get a special card. And in our case, the special card is Predaplant Trifioverutum. Yeah, why not? Fusion monsters. So, up to this point, we had these 4, and if we get any ritual or fusion, that will be weird. But now, the real game starts. Let's see. Booster number 1. Which, mind you, more than boosters, they're like mega packs. So, Gimmick Puppet Terror Baby. See, Konami still has it. I'm going to mix them because I'm going to sort them later. So, for the sake of Oracle of the Sun, not bad. Earthbound Wave. Remember that Earthbound is one of the themes. Supai Dustwalker. Dark Calling. Earthbound Immortal Revival. Spirit Message N. I can always remind you that it in English is final, but in Japanese is death, still 5 letters. Earthbound Whirlwind, not bad. Ooh. And the ultra rare or whatever it is with gold letters is Ascator, Dawnwalker. You can discard one card. See, like 5 stars to 2,300, and then a crazy effect. How much power creep has been there. You can discard 1 card, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Then you can special summon 1 Fire Ant Ascator from your hand or deck. You can special summon monsters from the extra deck the turn that you activated this ability, except synchro monsters. You can only use this effect of Ascator once per turn. Whoa, let's go! What's this? Ebon Illusion Magician. I don't know why it's Ebon. Well, I have an idea of why it's Ebon, but like, whoa, this card is like negative space, man. Look at this. Like, negative foil, negative everything. Like, crazy looking. It's a XYZ monster. 2500, 2100. It's like the Dark Magician, basically. But it's a Dark Illusion Magician, but Ebon Illusion Magician. I don't know. 2 level 7 monsters. You can also XY summon this card by using a rank 6 spellcaster XYZ monster you control as a material. Once and transfer the materials to this card. Once per turn, you can detach 1 material from this card, special summon 1 spellcaster normal monster from your hand or deck. When a spellcaster normal monster declares an attack, so the Dark Magician, you can target 1 card your opponent controls, banish it. You can only use this effect once per turn. It's a badass looking card. I don't know if the card is that good nowadays, but certainly it looks badass. Oh, let's go. We have all the types. Is Super Smash Brothers. Everyone is here. Satellite Warrior, red foil. Let's go. So we have a synchro one, an XYZ, a fusion, which is missing a ritual. Magistry Alchemist, Predaponics, Generation Next, Generation Strange, Magician Circle. Magician Circle? When a spellcaster monster declares an attack, you can tell I'm such an anime fan. Each player special summons 1 spellcaster monster with 2000 attack or less from their deck in attack position. So, Dark Magician Girl. Magician's Rod. They started to just sell the Dark Magician in pieces, in parts, because a hero leaves, which is always very useful, and Magician of Dark Illusion. Not to be confused with Ebon Illusion Magician. It has attack and defense turn backwards. This card's name becomes Dark Magician while on the field. You can only use each of these effects once per turn. Option 1. During your opponent's turn, if you activate a spell or trap card or effect except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. If you activate a spell or trap card or effect while this card is face up on the field, except during that, you can target one Dark Magician in your graveyard and special summon it. This effect can only be used once per turn when this card is face up on the field. So we get a lot of Dark Magician support and a lot of Bakura cards. Now for booster numero 2 and final, Dark Spirit of Banishment. I'm not going to read them all because, I mean, come on. I need to get my glasses. Jowen the Spiritualist, Evil Hero Malicious Edge, not bad. Earthbound Immortal Wiraquocha Raska, okay. Dark Spirit of Malice, great. Earthbound Linewalker, Spirit Message Ill, Preda Practice. So that's also a theme in these boosters, these plants that want to eat you. Magician's Combination, also in blue, also cool, is a continuous trap. Once per turn, when a card or effect is activated, except during the damage step, you can tribute one Dark Magician or one Dark Magician Girl, special summon one Dark Magician or Dark Magician Girl from your hand or graveyard with a different name from the tributed monster. And if you do, negate the activated effect. If this card face up is sent from the field, from spell and trap cards on to the graveyard, you can destroy one card on the field. Pretty good. Support for Dark Magician. Chaos Command Magician. Negate any monster effects that target this card. Not bad. And very nice looking, I have to say. Magician's Navigation. I mean, just give me Dark Magician cards and I will be here clapping all night. Neospatian Aqua Dolphin. Hero Signal. Satellite Synchron. Puppet Parade. Predaplant Dragostapelia. Sure. Miracle Fusion. And last but not least, Pendulum Dimension. So, not bad. Now, let me know down below what you think about these pools and what you think about the nostalgia trip. So we went to both ends of the thing. Pharaoh Servant from the, that was the 3rd or 4th expansion in Yu-Gi-Oh, I think. Or 2nd? No. Because 1, 2, 3. I think it was the 3rd one. I can't remember certainly, but, from the OG Yu-Gi-Oh cards and all the power creep and all the normal monsters that we got, and then normal monsters stopped becoming a thing, and we have the future. And mind you, this box is kind of old compared to other stuff that we open in this channel, so it's not like it's cutting edge Yu-Gi-Oh, but certainly you can see all the cards made to be helpful around the Dark Magician, and because it's a normal monster card, so and people love Dark Magician, me the first, so that's the way you do it. So let me know down below what you think about both the past and present of Yu-Gi-Oh! And what you think about this old man just celebrating Dark Magician cards and ignoring everything else. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all those things that the cool kids do. And I will see you next time on PAX and Recreation. Bye.